we dive into the annals of history, back to the early 17th century. The story of Thanksgiving begins with an adventurous group known as the Pilgrims. Dissatisfied with religious restrictions in England, they set their sights on the New World, a land of promise and opportunity. In the year 1620, they embarked on a perilous journey across the Atlantic Ocean aboard a ship called the Mayflower. The voyage was anything but smooth sailing. The Mayflower was buffeted by violent storms, and its passengers endured cramped conditions, seasickness, and a scarcity of food. Despite these hardships, the Pilgrims held on to their dreams of religious freedom with unwavering determination. Their journey culminated in the landing at Plymouth, an area in what is now known as Massachusetts. With winter closing in, the Pilgrims faced a harsh climate, a lack of suitable shelter, and scant resources. Survival in the New World was a daunting task. In an effort to establish order and cooperation among themselves, the Pilgrims signed the Mayflower Compact, a document that laid the foundation for self-governance. This was a significant move, a beacon of democracy in an era of monarchies and empires. The Pilgrims' first winter in the New World was brutally harsh. Half of the Mayflower's original passengers didn't survive to see the spring, but those who did persevered. They built homes, learned to cultivate the land, and slowly began to adapt to their new surroundings. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to the Pilgrims, they were not alone. The indigenous people of the land observed these newcomers from a distance, their curiosity piqued. As the Pilgrims struggled to adjust, the stage was set for an unprecedented encounter between two distinct cultures. Undeniably, the Pilgrims' voyage on the Mayflower, their landing at Plymouth, and their struggle to survive in the New World marked the beginning of a profound shift in history. The Mayflower Compact, a testament to their resolve, was a beacon of hope in a time of uncertainty. This was the tumultuous backdrop against which the first Thanksgiving feast took place. Picture this. It's autumn, 1621. The air is crisp, leaves are turning hues of gold and crimson, and the Pilgrims at Plymouth are reaping the bounties of their first successful harvest. This marks the beginning of the story of the first Thanksgiving feast. The Pilgrims, English settlers who had journeyed across the tempestuous Atlantic on the Mayflower, had arrived in Plymouth the previous winter. Their first year was marked by hardship and struggle, with half of the original group succumbing to the harsh New England winter. But the tides of fortune shifted when they were approached by two Native Americans, Squanto and Samoset. Squanto, a member of the Pawtuxet tribe who had been enslaved by English explorers before escaping to London, played a particularly pivotal role. Fluent in English, he became a liaison between the Pilgrims and the local tribes, teaching the settlers how to cultivate corn, extract sap from maple trees, catch fish, and avoid poisonous plants. With Squanto's invaluable assistance, the Pilgrims saw a successful harvest in the fall of 1621. To celebrate, they planned a feast and invited their Native American allies, including the Wampanoag chief Massasoit. What followed was a 3-day celebration filled with food, games, and camaraderie. This feast, though not called Thanksgiving at the time, was a moment of unity and gratitude, shared by people from diverse backgrounds and cultures. However, it's important to remember that this harmonious event was a brief respite in a long history marred by conflict and devastation, particularly for the Native American tribes. Yet, the story of the first Thanksgiving reminds us of a time when mutual aid and respect bridged the gap between two vastly different groups of people, paving the way for a tradition that millions continue to celebrate today. Thus, the first Thanksgiving, a moment of unity and gratitude, was celebrated. From a single feast in 1621, how did Thanksgiving evolve into a national holiday, you may ask? Well, let's dive into the fascinating journey of this beloved American tradition. For many years following that initial feast, Thanksgiving was celebrated rather sporadically. It was not a fixed annual event, but a spontaneous expression of gratitude, often in response to a good harvest or a victorious battle. The nature and frequency of these feasts varied widely across the new colonies, reflecting their diverse origins and circumstances. In the late 18th century, the concept of Thanksgiving started to take a more organized form. In 1789, President George Washington issued a proclamation that declared November 26th as a day of public Thanksgiving. This was the first time that a date was specifically designated for Thanksgiving by a national authority, marking a significant moment in the evolution of the holiday. However, Thanksgiving still didn't become a regular national holiday immediately after Washington's proclamation. The tradition continued to be celebrated in a rather haphazard manner, often varying from state to state and even from town to town. It was during the Civil War era when Thanksgiving started to become more regular. This was a period of great strife and division, yet it was also a time when the need for unity and gratitude was felt more strongly than ever. Thanksgiving, with its themes of bounty, community, and gratitude, offered a beacon of hope amidst the turmoil. The turning point came in 1863, when President Abraham Lincoln, inspired by the tireless campaigning of Sarah Josepha Hale, declared the last Thursday of November as a national day of Thanksgiving. This proclamation turned Thanksgiving into an annual event, a unifying tradition that transcended regional differences and underscored shared values. So, from a sporadic feast to a cherished national holiday, Thanksgiving has been shaped and reshaped by historical events and cultural shifts. It has evolved to reflect the changing face of America, while at the same time preserving the timeless spirit of gratitude that lies at its heart. It was not until 1863 that Thanksgiving became a national holiday, thanks to President Abraham Lincoln. And that, dear friends, is a brief look at the evolution of Thanksgiving. Fast forward to the 20th century, Thanksgiving takes on a modern twist. As America moved into the age of industrialization and technology, this historic holiday also began to evolve, carrying with it new traditions that have become as much a part of the celebration as the turkey itself. One such tradition is the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Originating in the early 1920s, these parades have become a staple in cities across the United States. The most famous of these, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, has been held in New York City since 1924. Every year, millions of Americans tune in to watch the procession of marching bands, performers, and of course the gigantic character balloons that have become a signature of the event. And speaking of tuning in, let's talk about another modern Thanksgiving tradition: American football. The National Football League has been hosting Thanksgiving Day games since its inception in 1920. These games have become such an integral part of the holiday that many families plan their Thanksgiving meals around the kickoff times. But what would Thanksgiving be without the food? The turkey, of course, remains the centerpiece of the meal, but over the years, a variety of other dishes have become Thanksgiving staples. From stuffing and cranberry sauce to green bean casserole and sweet potato pie, the Thanksgiving table is a testament to the diverse culinary traditions that make up the fabric of American culture. In essence, Thanksgiving in the modern era is a blend of old and new. It's a time when we honor our past, while also embracing the present. It's a day when we gather together, not just to eat, but to reflect on our blessings, and to remember that despite our differences, we are all part of the great American story. So as we sit down to our Thanksgiving feast this year, let's take a moment to appreciate how this holiday has grown and changed over the centuries, and let's remember that at the heart of it all, Thanksgiving is about coming together as a nation to express our gratitude for the blessings we share. Today, Thanksgiving represents a time for family, feasting, and football. No celebration is complete without music, and Thanksgiving is no exception. The melodies of Thanksgiving songs have long echoed across homes, schools, and community gatherings, infusing the air with a sense of warmth, unity, and gratitude. One of the earliest songs associated with Thanksgiving is "Over the River and Through the Wood." This charming melody has its roots in the mid-19th century, written by Lydia Maria Child. Originally titled "The New England Boys' Song About Thanksgiving Day," it vividly describes a journey to the grandparents' house for the Thanksgiving feast. With its catchy tune and memorable lyrics, it quickly found a place in the heart of the American public. The historical context of this song is quite fascinating. The mid-19th century was a time of significant change in America. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing, and society was transforming rapidly. Yet, amidst all this change, the tradition of family gatherings during Thanksgiving remained a constant, a theme beautifully encapsulated in "Over the River and Through the Wood." This song, with its focus on travel, family, and gratitude, truly embodies the spirit of Thanksgiving. It reminds us of the joy of being with loved ones, the excitement of a journey, and the appreciation for life's simple pleasures. It also captures the essence of a time when distances were vast, journeys were arduous, and family reunions were all the more precious. Songs like Over the River and Through the Wood play a vital role in Thanksgiving celebrations. They provide a melodious backdrop to the hustle and bustle of the holiday, add an element of nostalgia, and help create a festive atmosphere. More importantly, they serve as a reminder of the values at the heart of Thanksgiving: love, unity, and gratitude. From generation to generation, these songs have been passed down, each rendition adding a new layer of meaning and memory. They are not just songs, but a part of our collective history, a testament to the enduring spirit of Thanksgiving. These early songs set the tone for the holiday, emphasizing travel, family, and gratitude. As times change, so does the music we associate with Thanksgiving. Let's delve into some of the more contemporary pieces that have come to represent this holiday in modern times. One such song is Thanksgiving Prayer by the legendary Johnny Cash. This song, released in the early 90s, is a heartfelt ode to the things that Cash was thankful for. It's a touching ballad that beautifully encapsulates the spirit of gratitude that is central to Thanksgiving. The song's lyrics speak of the beauty of nature, the warmth of family, and the joy of love, things that resonate with all of us, regardless of the era we live in. On the other hand, we have Thank You by Dido, a song that was a global hit at the turn of the millennium. While not traditionally associated with Thanksgiving, its themes of gratitude and appreciation have made it a staple during the holiday season. The song is a tribute to the people and experiences that shape our lives, the good and the bad, and how they all contribute to who we are. It's a powerful reminder to be thankful for the journey, not just the destination. Both these songs, although from different eras and genres, share a common thread, an expression of gratitude. They remind us to appreciate the small things in life, the beauty in the everyday, and the people who make our lives meaningful. However, they also reflect the evolving nature of Thanksgiving. As society changes, so do our understandings and celebrations of the holiday. These songs embody a more personal and introspective take on Thanksgiving, focusing on individual experiences of gratitude rather than a communal celebration. In essence, Thanksgiving music, both old and new, serves as a testament to the enduring values of the holiday: gratitude, appreciation, and togetherness. They provide a soundtrack to our celebrations, a melody to our meals, and a rhythm to our reunions. These songs, old and new, encapsulate the spirit of Thanksgiving, gratitude, and togetherness. After all that history and music, what does Thanksgiving truly mean? Well, it's a question that brings us back to the very heart of our journey. As we've seen, the story of Thanksgiving is a rich tapestry of history, culture, and tradition, woven together with songs that celebrate the essence of this beloved holiday. It's a story that has evolved over the centuries, reflecting the changing face of a nation, yet its core themes remain timeless. At its heart, Thanksgiving is about gratitude. It's a time to pause and reflect on the blessings we have, big and small. It's a time to appreciate the bountiful harvest, the joy of family, and the warmth of a shared meal. This spirit of gratitude echoes in the melodies of Thanksgiving songs, from the traditional hymns that pay tribute to the harvest, to more contemporary tunes that celebrate the simple joys of togetherness. But gratitude is just one thread in the intricate weave that is Thanksgiving. Another key theme is unity. The first Thanksgiving was a symbol of unity, a shared meal between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag tribe. It was a moment of coming together, of bridging cultural divides, of finding common ground in a shared celebration. This spirit of unity is a cornerstone of the holiday, a reminder that despite our differences, we are all part of the same human family. And then there is the theme of celebration. Thanksgiving is a time of joy and festivity, a time to gather with loved ones and create cherished memories. It's a time of laughter and song, of shared stories and shared meals. It's a celebration of the good in our lives, a celebration that's echoed in the lively beats and uplifting lyrics of Thanksgiving songs. However, as we revel in the warmth and joy of Thanksgiving, it's also important to remember and respect its origins. The first Thanksgiving was not just a feast, it was a moment of survival, a moment of forging friendships in the face of hardship. It's a history that's interwoven with the struggles and resilience of the indigenous people, a history that deserves our understanding and respect. So, Thanksgiving is more than just a holiday. It's a mosaic of gratitude, unity, and celebration, a reflection of our shared human experience. It's a time to acknowledge our blessings, to cherish our connections, and to honor the rich tapestry of history that has shaped this holiday. As we gather around our tables this Thanksgiving, let us remember and honor its rich history and carry forward the spirit of gratitude and unity into our daily lives.